Hello, and welcome to Those Crazy Weirdos. I'm Cameron.
And I'm Martine.
And this is episode 44.
Woo!
I did it correctly?
With the pause.
But it was correct.
I think so.
Yes! Okay, I nailed it.
Good job. Sorry, everyone. I'm eating a piece of granola bar. 1 second.
You told me to start it off, okay? Even though you were eating. So I'm going to blame that on you.
That's fair. I take full responsibility of my actions.
Yeah, and you have chocolate all over your face like a 3-year-old. Now.
I don't understand how adults are supposed to do it.
What do you mean?
Like, eat without mess.
Okay. Prime factorization for this one.
Ooh, 44.
Yeah, 44, baby.
2 times 2 times 11?
Exactly. It's just 4 by 11. 2 squared by 11.
That's a fun one.
Which means we have a few factors. 1, 2, 4, 11, 22, and 44.
Nice.
Yep.
That's a fun one.
Yep. And are you going to let me know what the periodic table element is?
Yes.
I did not look it up this time, so it will be a surprise.
Wow. Shocking the way that works. So, its chemical symbol is Ru.
Oh, rubidium.
No, that was number 37.
That's what I thought. That was the Queen's
thing.
one or something.
It's 37. I don't know why I imagine the Queen, but it's
okay,
just,
right.
Yeah.
Oh, the Queen thing was a you thing.
Just in my mind, yeah.
Oh, okay. I've been associating it with the Queen in my mind.
Well, it's been working, hasn't it?
Okay.
Ruthenium.
Ruthenium. Okay.
That sounds like someone, we just had a baby girl. Her name is Ruthenium.
Oh my gosh.
According to the Royal Society of Chemistry, it's one of the rarest metals on Earth.
Oh, cool. Naturally occurring.
It's found uncombined in nature. It's more commonly found associated with other platinum metals.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, ruthenium.
Ruthenium. I like the pause in the middle there. And shall we do the triple T as the boy starts walking around?
Yeah, we took him to the dog park, but now he wants to go out again.
Yeah, he's a cutie.
You made me... No. You made me a tea, yeah?
I did make you a tea.
Ooh. It smells really good.
Well,
Blueberry with honey. I'm sticking with that.
Yeah, that's what it is. How do you know? Anyway, you're a mythic. A mythic?
Ooh, that sounds fun. I'll be a mythic for you.
You could be a mythic. I think that's a thing, right? Is mythic not a noun? Oh, no.
You think it's a noun?
Yeah, a mythic.
Sounds like something made up.
Mythic is also an adjective.
Mythical
is an adjective, but a mythic.
Mythic.
Is that not a noun? Oh, no.
Mythic. Relating to or resembling myth. Exaggerated or idealized. It's an adjective. He was a national hero of mythic proportions. Right.
Is there no noun?
I looked up mythic noun and all I came up with is adjectives. Yeah, no, it's just an adjective. Adjective? How do you say this word?
No, adjective is good. Adjective is good. I love how French you are. Adjective. It's the best.
Oh, well.
An adjective.
Oh, something we haven't mentioned, which we should right off the bat. It's the New Year's Eve? New Year's special.
New Year's.
Yes.
We have mentioned it. We mentioned it last podcast.
Yes, but not this podcast.
Oh, yes. If you didn't listen to the last one, this one's going to be the New Year's special, and that one was the Christmas special, so now we're following up with the New Year's special.
Yes.
Which means we should go into the June notes.
Yes. Cue the theme tune.
Cue the theme tune. Roll it. You don't say.
Now, don't you say.
Do you not say.
You sound like a farmer.
That was the point.
You did well.
Okay, good.
So,
and on this most auspicious of evenings, what does that mean? I don't even know what that means. Auspicious.
We're going to spend this entire podcast Googling what words mean.
Auspicious means like mythical.
Auspicious. It's an adjective as well. Conducive to success. Favorable.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, yes, we will be doing a fact or fiction about New Year's.
That's right.
Just like the Christmas one.
Exactly. Themed.
How many do you have?
1, 2, 3, 4. 4.
Okay, I have 3. So we flipped from last time.
Okay. So
we don't have jingle bells. Wait, 1 second. The stakes were last time that whoever won got to have the jingle bells. What is it this time? We don't have a party popper blower.
I know,
thing.
that's why I went at the beginning. Yeah.
Okay, well, whatever. There don't have to be stakes. We could just have bragging rights. Sound good?
Yeah, bragging rights are.
Or whoever wins gets to put the last piece in the puzzle.
That's good. I like that. So for anyone who cannot see us, which is everyone.
Except for me and you.
We're currently doing this podcast with all of the equipment scattered on and around a partially made puzzle. It's our Christmas theme puzzle. We do it every year at Christmas. And we have not finished. So we've just got a bunch of pieces of snow and a Christmas tree scattered all over the table. So you can imagine the setup looks rather jank.
Yes.
And so, yes, winner gets to finish the puzzle.
But just the last piece.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Not the whole thing. That would be more of a punishment than anything.
That'd be more of a punishment, yeah. Okay, ready? Mm-hmm. You go first because you have 4.
Okay, so my fact or fiction, I decided to focus on New Year's Eve. Because I was curious about the word for New Year's Eve in German is Silvester.
Yes.
Sylvester.
Yes.
So I wanted to know more about that.
Okay.
Saint Sylvester was a pope. Pope Sylvester I. And he was pope from 314 to 335.
Okay.
So we're talking like a long time ago. And he died on December 31st. So his feast day is the day of his death, and that's like when he's celebrated. And it just happens that with the adoption of the Gregorian calendar, it also happens to fall on New Year's Eve.
Okay.
So it's not actually really related to...
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. But specifically around the Europe regions, there's a bunch of different traditions. Depending on the regions on this day. So I've got fact or fictions about those. I just needed to preface. I feel like I'm like malfunctioning.
Preface. I said that in a previous episode.
I know. Yes. So I'm prefacing that.
Okay.
All right. Statement.
There you go.
In Luxembourg, apprentices of all sorts would have to prove themselves to their masters on this day, like the day of Sylvester, by creating or presenting a project that they've worked on, and their performance on that day would dictate whether or not they'd be promoted in the year to come.
In Luxembourg. Fact. Oh, come on.
It's a fiction.
Really?
Yeah.
What was it?
The fact behind it, I made that up, but the fact behind it is in Belgium, maidens who did not finish their work by sunset on December 31st would not get married in the year coming up.
Oh, so it was completely unrelated. Wow. Well, you did a really good job.
It's got the same bones.
No, it's completely unrelated.
That's cool. Well, that was the fact behind it anyways.
Very cool. I mean, getting promoted and getting married. I mean, it depends on what you... I mean, you're going to send this message out to other women in the world, but...
I don't mean it that way.
No, I'm just saying it's completely different in my brain. But
I'm just saying that if you don't do something related to work on the day of Sylvester, then you don't get something that you might want in the next year.
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
Wow.
I see you. It's okay.
Nobody else can, though. It's a podcast. That's right.
All right. Are you ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Statement. The ancient Egyptians were the first to declare New Year's a national holiday.
Oh! Yeah, I'm going to go with fact.
Fiction. It was Julius Caesar. Julius Caesar was the first to do it.
Oh, okay.
And he did it as part of his reform where he introduced the Julian calendar.
The Julian calendar. I forgot that was a thing.
Indeed. Yeah, so he introduced the Julian calendar because things were going off kilter a little bit with the old calendar that they had. Oh, what was the one they had before?
Yeah, so that was going to be my question.
Yeah, it was offsetting from the sun a lot. So they were like, oh, we should probably change this. So they introduced the Julian calendar. And the Julian calendar is pretty close to the current Gregorian calendar.
Right.
So it was a lot better. Yeah.
That's cool.
And I think it was, as part of that, he named it January after Janus. I feel like Janus or whatever, like Janus, which is a god of reflection or something. Anyway, so like reflecting like the back of the past year and then the new year, and then anyway, something like that. So I should have wrote that down. That was very hand wavy, but yeah. It was Julius Caesar.
Nice one. That was a good one. Throwing in the ancient Egyptians, really,
Exactly.
It
actually worked this time. So we're 0 for 0.
Yeah. Clean slate. In Vienna, pigs would be walked on leash for good luck in the new year.
That is so strange. Fiction. No way.
It's a fact.
I knew it too.
Yeah.
I knew it. Every inch of me wanted to say fact, and I was like, it can't. It's going to be a reverse psychology thing. And then I reverse psychologized the reverse psychology of my reverse psychologization.
You do something in your head.
It's upsetting.
Not favorable to you. There's even an expression in Austria, Schwein gehabt, which translates to have had a pig. And they use that when they want to say that they've had a stroke of luck. So like nowadays in like New Year's markets and stuff around New Year's, you'll find pigs everywhere.
Really?
It's like a symbol.
Very cool. Schwein gehabt.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Statement. Polar bear swims, where a group of people go for a swim in freezing cold water, are a traditional way to bring in the new year in Finland.
Fact.
Really?
We're doing
Fiction.
So bad.
It happens in Canada. They're a Canadian tradition.
Oh.
Yeah, it started in Vancouver, which is probably maybe it's still a big thing here too, but it's the biggest one's definitely on the West Coast in Vancouver. And they have an annual polar bear swim club that has been active since the 1920s, or since 1920, and it typically has 1,000 to 2,000 registered participants. With a record of 2,128 participants plunging into the English Bay in 2000.
Jeez.
However, that is only registered participants. Registration is not enforced, and the actual number of swimmers is significantly higher, with estimates of up to 10,000 people plunging into the English Bay on New Year's.
10,000?
On New Year's.
Why?
They do this.
Is it just to be like face your fears or like do something?
I think it started as like a charity thing.
Right.
I think it's a charity thing. Or maybe like it morphed into a charity
next
thing.
level ice bucket challenge.
Yeah, but it's yearly.
Yeah.
And
That's funny.
In Yellowknife though, so there's a bunch of them, so it's spread now. It started in Vancouver in 1920. And then it's spread through BC a lot. And then it has made its way east. And there's one in Toronto. There's one in a few places in Ontario. Mm-hmm. But in Yellowknife, the Freezin' for a Reason plunge is held in May after the spring thaw. It's the only one that I could find that was not held on the New Year. Because I guess in Yellowknife, it's just, there's ice.
Yeah. Oh, fair point, actually.
I don't know.
Yeah, because that was going to be my question. How cold is it? The water, but I guess even if it's
very cold.
Yeah, that's cool. I should have known that it started here. Oh well.
There you go. We're still 0-0.
Okay. Statement. In Germany, they would drop beer on the ground and read the splatter, sort of like when you read tea leaves, to determine what was in store for them in the new year.
Fiction.
You're correct.
Yes. Yes.
Surprisingly, the truth behind this is actually probably weirder than what I just said.
Oh, what?
The Germans have a custom called Bleigießen, which in English is called molybdenum.
Oh, okay, I like Bleigießen better.
I know. Blei is the word for lead.
Okay.
So they would take, they'd use Silvesterblei, so like New Year's Eve lead, melt it on a spoon that's held over a flame, and then they would...
Oh, that sounds so healthy.
They would...
Dude, I love some lead fumes on New Year's.
You haven't even heard the rest of this. They would drop the molten lead into a bowl of cold water, and then they would do readings based on the shape that the like metal cooling down would make.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's a form of divination. If the piece of molten lead turns into a ball, der Ball, it means that luck will roll your way.
Oh my gosh.
If it's shaped as a star, der Stern, means that you'll have happiness in the new year.
Okay.
I only have those two as examples. But you know what's also shocking?
What's that?
Nowadays, they use wax or tin as a replacement for lead.
Well, that's probably a really good idea.
Yes. You know when they banned selling the lead pouring kits?
Oh boy, that's probably super recent. 2022.
Okay, no, not that recent.
2000, like early noughties.
No, not that late either.
Oh.
2018.
Wow.
They only banned the selling of lead pouring kits in 2018.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So funny. Of course they did that.
Molybdenum.
Okay, I don't like the molybdenum thing.
Don't worry, we don't have to do it. I think if you're doing it with wax, sure.
Okay, ready? For my last statement? Mm-hmm. This is my last one. Statement. It is a Spanish tradition to eat 12 grapes for luck at midnight on New Year's. One for each month of the coming year.
Fiction. Oh my gosh, no.
It's a fact.
Really? That's so random.
In Spanish, New Year's Eve is called Nochevieja.
Okay.
And it is indeed a tradition to eat 12 grapes. They're called las 12 uvas de la suerte. Oh my gosh, I can't speak. Las 12 uvas de la suerte. My gosh. Which means the 12 grapes of luck. And you eat one along with the 12 gongs. Oh my gosh, I can't speak. The
now
12
you're malfunctioning.
Gongs of the clock. Like
why?
That go on New Year's at midnight.
Why grapes?
And it began, so it's been around since at least 1895.
That is quite a while.
But it wasn't truly popularized and adopted amongst the masses until 1909. In the year 1909, vine growers had an amazing...
Vine. Oh, sorry. I thought you meant like wine.
Yeah, no, vine.
Yeah,
vine
like
growers.
Grapevines.
Had they had a great harvest, which means they had tons of extra grapes.
A grape harvest. Sorry.
It's taking me so long to get through this. Anyway. This is like literally 3 sentences, and we've been talking about it. Okay.
Sorry,
they had a grape harvest.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. And because of that, they put out a massive effort to spread the tradition because
they needed to get rid of the grapes.
To sell the grapes. Yeah. So
what year was this?
So it was a way to be like. So I think after 1909, it wasn't fully like every year, but it was like years where there were really good grape harvests. Crops. But now it's definitely every year sort of thing. And families eat it together at midnight, or usually public squares will fill up and people come with their 12 grapes. Or there's las 12 uvas de la suerte.
That's hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Some people, like a mandarin, is like a Christmas thing. And them, it's grapes.
Well, yeah.
That's funny.
But
I guess New Year's thing.
So there you go.
Wow.
It's a real thing.
So wonderfully random.
I know, right? Isn't that great?
Okay, so you have 1. I have nothing. I scored nothing, so you automatically win. You're going to get the last puzzle piece. Man. Okay, last one.
Okay, you absolutely crushed me last week.
Yeah, I know. So it's only fair.
It's okay.
Statement. In Italy, they eat lentils and slices of sausage on New Year's Eve since it looks like coins and it's supposed to symbolize good fortune and richness of life in the new year.
Fact.
Yeah, you're right.
Yes!
You just creamed me.
Yes!
I just thought that was so random.
Sorry. I got a little excited there.
Slices of sausage and lentils because it looks like
sounds
coins.
So... I don't know. I can believe that just because...
hand-wavy.
Yeah. Dude, I mean, they call these grapes of luck, but there's no luck associated with them. It's just, it's the grape harvest.
Eat a grape.
Yeah, the people were like, we have too many grapes. Tell them they're lucky. Go, go, go. And then it worked.
And it worked. Oh, man.
Yeah, man. That's how traditions are born, you know.
Well, Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year.
Let's quack it up.
Quack.
It's now time for the quack question.
Yeah. Those duck quacking sounds are also brought to you by
yours truly.
I was going to say feature film shot and produced by
Totally.
by us too. Yeah, it was just a short clip. We took us some more ducks in München this time.
Munich.
Yeah. All right, Martine.
Hit me.
You had to be... I said, okay, the way I wrote the question is different than the question I'm going to ask. If you had to be a specific size of paper, which would you be? What I will ask is, if you could be any size of paper, which would you be?
Okay.
Let's say you had to be one of the standard sizes. And then if you could be any size after that, like those could be two separate questions, I guess.
Okay, so like I can't be like a cue card or a Post-it.
Yeah, you can. Absolutely.
But that's not a standard size of paper.
Absolutely is.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't want to be... Nobody likes legal. It's too long. It doesn't fit anything. You need special everything if you have legal size paper. And it only makes you think of exams, you know? So, not legal. Okay. A4 is pretty boring and I don't want to... I think I'm going to be a like neon yellow pack of Post-its.
Nice.
That's my final answer.
I am mathematically minded.
Right.
So I'm going to be A0 paper.
Explain yourself.
Because A paper's so cool. You know how it works, right?
Yeah.
They're all exactly square root of 2 ratio with each other. So A0 paper, all you have to do is fold me to get anything else. You fold me in half, I'm A1 paper. You fold me in half, I'm A2 paper. Fold me in half again, I'm A3, A4, etc., etc. And A0 is big, and I'm a beached whale, so I'm big.
Yes, true that.
A
How
paper,
big is it?
A0?
Yeah.
Oh man, it's big. It's a honker.
Like, have you ever seen a sheet of it out in the wild?
No. A0 paper.
I wonder what it's used for.
Yeah, there it is. The big one on the bottom.
Oh.
Big Bessie.
Wow. Okay, so the size of paper that Cameron just showed me looks exactly like the size that you would get. You know when you're doing like a presentation at school when you're young and you get those, what are they called? Those like giant billboard.
Yeah, but you could call it poster.
Poster board. It's that like, it looks kind of like that size.
So A0 paper is, for your information, 1,189 millimeters by 841 millimeters.
Wow. So like almost a meter squared.
Almost a meter squared.
That's really big. You know, if you were going to be a Post-it, you would be the Post-it that's, you know, when you're in meetings and you have to be all interactive and collaborative and you write on this giant notepad, you'd be like that.
Yeah, but like, look at how satisfying paper is.
Yeah. Okay, I do really love. So no wonder who would use like an A1 piece of paper? We're talking like an 80 centimeter long paper by more than 50 centimeters wide.
I don't know, but it's glorious.
Yes, it's one of those systems, unlike Days and stuff, that actually has logic in how it breaks down, which is really nice.
The ratio of each side to each other is square root of 2, I think. Mm-hmm. So it's blah, 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 and then multiply it by square root of 2, and you get the other side length. And that way, when you fold it in half by the longer side, you get x square root of 2 over 2. I forget the exact math, but you can work it out. Like it's the only ratio where that would ever work.
Right.
Otherwise, if you fold it in half, you would never keep the same ratio between the two sides, so that you could fold it in half again and get the same ratio between the two sides.
Right.
So
that's cool.
Yeah.
Just imagine being like a paper engineer.
I know.
And figuring that out.
Isn't that cool?
That was a fun question.
There you go. And now if you could be anything. Like you could be like star paper or something, but you already like chose a kind of standard paper that you would find in the wild.
What kind of...
It could be like an envelope. A handmade yellow envelope.
Those are fun. We've done some of those in the past.
Yeah.
I don't know. What's exciting kind of paper? A birthday card.
Be a birthday card. Nice.
Birthday card. Hand-drawn birthday card paper.
Beautiful.
We used to have, actually. That's right. When it was my siblings' birthday, we'd all make a card, right? And we'd have like a stash of... I don't know what size paper it was. Essentially, if you folded this like thicker piece of paper in two, it was like a card size.
Oh, cool.
But like a small card size, if you imagine a handmade card size.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and so we used that all the time.
Very cool.
Or at least I did. Wow, I forgot about that until now. Oh.
Well, there you go. And that was it for the quick question. Shall we do the cheerful ifa?
Oh, yeah. Bring it on.
And now it is time for the cheerful earful.
Cheerful earful time. Boom.
Happy New Year! I can't do it.
Okay.
All right.
It is my cheerful earful.
Yeah, go for it.
This week.
Hit me with it.
Okay. This article is from December 11th.
Okay.
A humpback male whale just broke the record of the longest recorded migration by a humpback whale.
Oh, I've seen some headlines about this. I never looked at any of them though. So.
He swam 13,046 kilometers from Colombia to Tanzania. You've definitely done that mistake before. You called me out on it. Preface, honestly. Tanzania. From Colombia to Tanzania. So this guy crossed 3 oceans. It took him almost 5 years.
Wow. Okay, that's a long time.
Yeah, and just for to note, the last record of this was recorded in 2010, and it was a whale who swam from Brazil to Madagascar.
Oh, it's a lot less long.
About 10,000 kilometers, so 3,000 kilometers less.
Yeah, Martine, that's a lot less long. That's 30% shorter. Like,
yeah, fair point.
That's like 30% longer is longer.
Yeah. At first, when the researchers were getting this data, they kept being like, this is surely a tech error. There's no way. This is too long and too strange a route. So they kept quadruple checking. But side note, just because I thought this was interesting, they talked about how they collected the data in the first place.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, that's interesting.
Happy Whale is a platform created by a marine scientist for whale watchers and researchers to upload pictures of breached whales that they see from around the world, and it's like put in an international pool.
Okay.
Pool.
They're called data lakes.
That's amazing.
Like,
I love
when you
that.
put all the raw data as a data lake, and then you could take data pools from the lake. Yeah,
there's no data ponds, data streams.
Data stream is definitely a thing.
That's fun. Data river. Okay. Anyway, and they will take these pictures and they can identify whales by them. Mm-hmm. And they also explain how they did that, which I thought was really cool. And you're going to learn probably a new word from this. They can identify whales by their flukes. Flukes.
Well, I know what a fluke is, but I don't know what it is in the context of a whale.
A whale's fluke are the 2 lobes of its tail right beside that are connected from the central tail
shaft thing.
Yeah. It's the 2 lobes of the tail.
You're talking about the 2 balls connected from a central shaft Martine.
Lobes.
This is a light entertainment podcast, okay?
We're talking lobes.
Okay.
So, like, you know how tails have, like, fins?
Yeah.
And the notches and grooves that form on those flukes are distinct to each whale. Kind of like fingerprints to humans. I know fingerprints aren't unique, but they're whatever.
Somewhat unique, yeah.
Uh-huh. And for this record-breaking humpback, just to add a layer of coolness to him, he has a skull-shaped imprint that's kind of like a tattoo on his tail.
A skull-shaped imprint. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if it's like a scar
smack someone in the face.
I don't know. But yeah, I thought that was cool. There's several theories as to like how this happened in the first place.
I know one of them.
Yeah.
Has to do with the two lobes at the end of the shaft.
The ladies. Yes. So the ones that are most commonly thought of would be like, oh, he got lost, or climate change, and so he needs to find like more food in different hunting grounds. But some of the marine research scientists that like co-authored the paper just think that he's a cool dude that's scouring the seas looking for ladies because he couldn't find what he liked in Colombia.
That's so funny.
Like,
he's a cool dude. Just like, hey, those ladies ain't good enough for me.
And just for the record, cool dude is in quotation marks. This is a direct quote from the marine research scientist.
So funny.
Yeah. There's also, because they found this, they started theories that there's a culture shift happening in humpback whale species just in general, because they were hunted to near extinction in the past.
Yeah.
So their population is recovering, but because of that there's a lot of youngsters, so they're like reestablishing culture and like deviating from their ancestral roots and stuff like that. Might just be part of them figuring out how to do stuff. But they were like, they do very much have culture. Like different humpback whale populations will have unique whale songs and dialects that change from region to region. So they're like, it's funny. They're what like, kind of accent is this guy gonna have?
So this guy's starting the culture of international travel amongst whales.
Yeah.
That's so funny because that only started for humans like last 100 years or so after the airplane. True.
Yeah.
So maybe he's the he sees these humans traveling about. He's like, we could do that too.
Why not? Yeah, I just thought that was a pretty cool whale.
Pretty cool guy.
Yeah, cool dude.
It's got a very distinct shaft and lobes. Stop. You're the one who said
it. Yeah, well, he's a fluke.
He's a fluke. He's got a pretty distinct fluke. Yes, flukes. I did not know that. I wouldn't say I learned a new word. I learned
a new application of a known word.
Of an existing word that I knew.
Enough.
It's true. It's good though. It's good. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I love how I just repeat it every time.
And that already concludes episode 44. The New Year's Eve special. Well, that was really good. I don't think I could imitate that better.
Sounds like an air horn.
Anyways, much like the year, it's already over.
Oh, no, the year's not over yet.
Almost.
Not for us.
Not for us.
Yet.
True.
Not at the time of recording.
I mean, it is the 28th of December on the time of recording.
It is the 28th. Okay, we have like...
days more.
Days. So many more days.
Hours. Yes.
If you would like to send us your quack questions, cheerful earfuls, or fun facts for the You Don't Say, any fun anecdotes, you can feel free to reach out to
thosecrazyweirdospodcast at gmail.com.
Or visit our website at
thosecrazyweirdos.ca.
And other than that, we'll see you...
Oh, I was going to say, thank you for sticking with us throughout this year, considering 2024 is the year of inception.
For the three of you that have listened this far, thank you.
And more.
Yes. And we'll talk to you in the new year.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.